Welcome aboard the Bitcoin Express. My name is Chase. Let's get to it. The IRS is offering $625,000 to anyone that can break the privacy feature of Monero. And blockchain analytics firm CipherTrace claims that they have a new tool that can trace Monero transactions. But this is yet to be proven. And many people in the crypto space view this as very good news, very bullish news. As this tweet from Michael Arrington shows, the IRS is doing God's work marketing Monero. And this tweet from the CryptoLark states that the IRS wants to break Monero and Bitcoin's Lightning Network. We must be doing something right. And that's exactly what is going on. Monero is doing exactly what it intended to do, and it's working and people are using it. It's a cryptocurrency that at the moment is impossible to trace. And when something like this comes in front of the eyes of a country or a government, they try to ban it. And that's what they did with something like Libra by Facebook. They saw it as a threat, so they shut it down. And most cryptocurrencies, you can shut them down overnight if you really try. But a lot of these cryptocurrencies, remember, there's almost 7,000. They're not a threat to the government, so they don't pay attention. When it comes to something like Monero, which is impossible to trace at the moment, this is a big threat to governments. So it's not something that they can shut down, and that's something they realized. At this point, you can't shut down Monero, but what you can do is break its privacy feature and essentially make it worthless. But if a government is unable to break the privacy feature of Monero, it may be possible in the future that a government such as the United States might try to ban Monero. And of course, Monero will be used for illegal purposes. But on the other end, it also will be used for non-illegal purposes. And privacy is something very important, especially in a world today where we really don't have privacy anymore. Nothing private exists. So something like Monero is seen as a very valuable project because it is untraceable at the moment. And as Edward Snowden said, arguing that you don't care about privacy because you have nothing to hide is no different than saying you don't care about free speech because you have nothing to say. Monero is doing exactly what it said it would. People are using it, and also it has a relatively low market cap. It's still in the beginning stages. Monero is impossible to trace. You're not able to figure out who sent the Monero, who received the Monero, or even what amount of Monero was sent. And also it's possible that if you want, you can share your transactions for maybe tax purposes by offering your private view key. Monero has 4 keys. There's a public and private spend key, and then there's a public and private view key. So with your private view key, you can show your transactions, for example, if you want to pay your taxes. But I don't think most people using Monero would do this, but just something I wanted to point out. Monero is also ASIC resistant, meaning you don't need expensive ASIC hardware to mine it. Anyone can mine it from their home computer with a CPU or a GPU. And in addition, Monero, relatively cheap, and it's also fast. Within the last 100 transactions, the lowest Monero fee to send was 0.0015 cents, not even 1 cent, and the highest one was $2.25. So as you can see, Monero is doing everything that it said it would. It's efficient, and people are actually using it. And this can't be said for most other privacy coins, especially most other cryptocurrencies. All other cryptocurrencies, even the privacy ones, there are firms that figured out how to trace them or how to follow them. We know this for Bitcoin. Everything can be tracked. Bitcoin is not totally anonymous. It's pseudonymous, meaning that an address might not be directly attached to someone's name, but by tracking every single address that was sent and received and the amount sent, it's possible to make connections with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is really not the best cryptocurrency to use if you want to be private or under the radar. This firm here, Chainalysis, is a leader in the space of tracking cryptocurrencies. And this past summer, in June of 2020, they announced that they're now able to track privacy coins Zcash and Dash. And that's why you'll see Zcash, a privacy coin listed on Gemini. Gemini is one of the most regulated, strictest exchanges. And that's why they have something like Zcash. But you will likely never see Monero on Gemini or an exchange like Coinbase because it really is anonymous and impossible to trace. So as long as it stays that way, it won't be listed on these exchanges. So when it comes to a cryptocurrency like Monero, in terms of an investment, it's in a very unique situation. It is a cryptocurrency that has a use case. People utilize it, relatively cheap market cap, it's efficient. So in terms of an investment, it's almost a no-brainer. Something you definitely may think about wanting to add to your portfolio. But it's in a very unique situation. Usually with something like Monero that shares these traits, doesn't have to even be cryptocurrency, can be another item or another company. Usually there's this idea that it's valuable, you can see everything in front of your eyes, and over time, more people will learn about it, it'll be added to more exchanges, more platforms, there'll be more access points, and one day, whatever it is, in this case Monero or another cryptocurrency or project, it will gain value. But Monero is in a unique situation. It's actually working the opposite way. Monero was on many exchanges, but because it is totally anonymous and no one has been able to break its privacy feature, it's actually being taken off of exchanges. It's actually working in reverse. So in the last year, we saw that South Korean exchange Bithumb, they delisted Monero. We saw recently in 2020, 2 Australian exchanges delisted Monero. We also saw back in 2019 that European crypto exchange BitPay also delisted Monero. So instead of thinking of a project in the future gaining more access, more entry points, Monero is working the opposite way. It still is available on some major exchanges. You can buy Monero at the moment on Binance. So this is not Binance US, which is for United States customers. I don't think Binance US, as long as they're following the regulations of the United States, will ever list Monero, but you can get it on Binance, the regular Binance. You can also get Monero at this moment, making this video in September of 2020 on OKEX. And very surprisingly, you can buy Monero on Kraken, which is a US-based exchange. And I'm very surprised that Monero is able to list Monero. Right now, as I'm making this video in September of 2020, who knows in the future if it still will be listed on this exchange. So we see the IRS is coming after Monero. And it's kind of funny, they're only offering $625,000 for someone to crack it, which is almost a joke. I don't feel that that's enough money to really incentivize someone to really try and break Monero. So we'll see how this plays out if they actually can break it. But if they don't, if Monero continues to stay private, I do believe that even if governments ban it in the future, governments such as the United States, there always will be people that want it, and there always will be people willing to pay the price. Of course, if a country like the United States did ban Monero, it's most likely in the short term, we would see a decrease in price. But over the long term, as I mentioned, there always will be people that want a private coin, and there will be people willing to pay for it. Now, my only concern with Monero in the long run is the limited access points, and likely in the future, there will be less. When we speak about cryptocurrencies reaching $100 billion market caps, trillion-dollar market caps, it's due to having many entry points. So everyone can get involved, everyone from retail, and also especially institutions, the big investors. But if we move to a future where Monero is taken off of more exchanges, it will be hard for money to enter the space. So while it may still increase in price in the future, even if it is banned by many countries, as long as it's still working, there will be people willing to pay for it. But the only problem is, or the only question is, how much money can really pour into the space? Can hundreds of billions, trillions really pour into Monero if this happens? So I hope that this information helps you in deciding the future, if you want to be involved in this project. Monero has always been one of my favorite altcoins, and it still is until this day, and something that I will continue to follow. And I hope that the information in this video helped you. And if it did, I want you right now to go down below and subscribe to the channel. I hope you found value in this video. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.